When tragedy happens or when an iconic figure like Kobe passes away, it's weird how you get this rare clarity, something you don't get in everyday life, but you get a rare glimpse into all of a sudden being able to see what's important and what's not important. For me personally, what hit home the most was that his daughter, Gigi, passed away, and there was another family in there that passed away. You begin to think about just how fragile life is, just how precious the moments are, what really matters in life, and just loving on your loved ones. You know, when we look at athletes sometimes, we look at them when they retire like they almost cease to exist. But you know, with Kobe, he was a young man. He was only 41, and you could see the next stage of his life. Man, he was just getting going. Like, he was speaking everywhere. He was coaching his daughter's AAU team. He's investing back into the game. He's mentoring so many other NBA and young players. What does it all mean when you're trying to process and make sense of it all? And the three things that really hit me personally was, number one, leaving a legacy and making an impact. Number two is your loved ones. And number three is your own mortality. The thing that struck me just about Kobe's legacy is that across all sports, the Grammys, didn't matter what it was, everyone was impacted. In other words, he left an incredible legacy as far as leaving a footprint on passing it on to different people around the world. The verse that really changed my life in the Bible was from Matthew 5, where Jesus says, "Let your light shine before others so that when they see your good work, they would give glory to your Father in heaven." You know, our light that God has given us is different things. And a tragedy can mean different things to different people, but I think universally, you know, your gifts and talents that the Lord has given you, that's your light. And when you shine your light, man, it's going to impact people. And clearly, I think Kobe's light was with the game of basketball. Very similar. It made an impact on me as far as he represented a form of inspiration. And so when he died, it's almost like an iconic figure or an inspiration died for so many people. And my favorite player of all time is Michael Jordan, but you know, Jordan is kind of private. He kind of disappeared. He has no social media presence really, but you know, Kobe was out there. He was trying to give back and invest back in the game, and that's something that I think will be his legacy, something he left behind, a footprint. And like I said, whatever God has given you, whatever your light is, use that in a way that makes an impact. No matter how big or small, leave a legacy. Often we get so stressed and bogged down on little details that honestly don't even matter. They have no lasting importance. We give our time, our energy, our resources to things that are not eternal, that don't matter. And the truth is, all that truly matters is that legacy you leave. And then the next point, like I said, is your loved ones. This hit me the hardest because I'm a father and a husband. When I heard the news, me and all our guys yesterday were in the gym. We had just finished the Point Guard Academy, a training clinic, and I was talking to some parents. And a few of our guys, our trainers, our coaches came up to me and said, "Man, did you just hear the news that Kobe died in a helicopter crash?" And it's like, it's shocking, like it hits you and you're trying to process the whole thing. So it took a little while for me to process, but for me, when I found out that Kobe and his daughter Gigi had passed away, that's what hit me the most, is just how precious time is, how fragile life is. Of all the accolades and accomplishments he made on the court, what truly, I'm sure, matters in those moments is you think about your loved ones. You want to squash any little spats or disagreements or falling outs, and you just want to appreciate the time you have with those you love. So I immediately just, you know, thought about my wife, thought about my son, thought about family, thought about the brothers that I grind with every day in Hoops for Christ. Because like I said, tragedy has a way of giving you eyes to see what is important in life and what really isn't important. Final thing about this is you have to face your own mortality, the reality that, man, when your time is up, When you've breathed every breath that the Lord intended you to, that's it. And you never know the time. So for all that we thought Kobe was just doing, I mean, I've heard him being described as a basketball ambassador. And it's so hard to wrap your mind around when children pass away. Like, where is like our hope? And for me personally, I've always found that in the cross of Christ, like the ultimate example of love, a love that's unspeakable. You know, the greatest love I experienced in my life was when my son was born. There was like an unconditional love that he would never have to earn, or I would have to grow to love him. It's just an unspeakable love that only a parent can understand. And so for me personally, the greatest love that I can ever see an example of is Christ dying on the cross for us, and the truth that it's appointed to every man and woman to die. Like, it's going to happen. It's a broken and sinful world, and like tragedies don't even make sense. You know, by the grace of God, you know, we do have hope. And so my prayer is that you would find that hope and that love that was demonstrated through Christ sacrificing his life for us, and that you would love your loved ones. And one of my favorite quotes is, when you can't see or trace God's hand, you can trust his heart.